Hello. Are you able to hear me? Great. So in this case here, the first, if somebody gives you this kind of data, and then you want to extract, I just want to extract 1574 in a column here. Then what I'll do actually here, it's very easy. I'll simply come and even just copy this. So I'll come here and just highlight this. I say Control C. I'm copying here, so Control V. Once I've written Control V, I can see the number is copied there. I'll be able to say enter, and then I use the famous flash fill, Control E. It has given me everything there. I'll come and create another column here. Come and pick the percentage alone. So the percentage alone, I'll simply go here, the 2.7. I will be able to do what here to highlight this 2.7%. And then I say Control C. I come here and I say Control V. Once I have that, now everything becomes very simple. I'll be able to say, first of all, enter, and then I'll be able to say Control E for flash fill. Then I've got everything. I've been able to separate. And there are many other methods that you can make use of, ladies and gentlemen, for you to do what here, for you to be able to appreciate this concept of separation. It's a very, very special concept here. I've taught you how to separate. I've taught you how to use the famous flash fill, the famous flash fill, the famous flash fill, famous flash fill. Now, I'm so sure because you don't have a way of practicing, you may not have understood, quite a lot, but I want to believe that you have picked something, such as come on our Monday's class, things should be cool. Is there anybody who has been able to learn something new here of Control E, flash fill? Great, great. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, that these particular classes of Excel that we are starting on Monday at 8 p.m., the class that we are starting on Monday at 8 p.m., we are charging our students. Okay, I can see the confusion here. The timetable read Sunday, still no sound. It read Sunday, and because it's reading Sunday, I have to start on Sunday, which is tomorrow. Otherwise, I'd wanted to start from Monday, but I'll be able to sacrifice my 2 hours from wherever location I will be, and then I'll be able to teach you guys. Otherwise, I wanted to teach you on Monday when I'm around, but I'll start tomorrow. Tell Hussein there to log out, and then he comes back. Tell Hussein to log out, and then he comes back afresh. Great. So remember that particular Excel, we are charging you guys 1,500. We are charging you guys 1,500, and don't forget our pay bill. Very important. There are people outside there who are masquerading as a RCM. You can easily be conned. Our pay bill is 6242, 6242, 839, 839. That's our pay bill number. 839, 6242, 839. And then of course the account is your name. Account is your name. Account is your name. You'll have a very good opportunity of being taught by Dr. Aura from the beginning to the end. Salary negotiation skills. How many days? Days, we are talking over 6 days. 6 days. 6 days. I will give you all the videos covering the entire stuff that we shall be studying. If it's VLOOKUP, if it's the pivot tables, index match, I'll be able to give you all that information in form of videos in advance, plus the Excel worksheets. This thing, we are doing it together. So I'll be telling you, for example, come on the Monday class, we shall be doing this concept. I will have to check whether by that Monday, everybody has watched that video. So now mine will be like a kind of a recap. At the end of it all, we should be able to prepare financial statements automatically using what here, Excel. Yes, we shall be able to give you certificates. Yes, we shall be able to give you certificates. Yes, great, great. Which videos? I'll be giving you videos. I'll be giving you videos covering the concepts that we shall be studying. All of them. I'll give you the videos tomorrow, so that you can get to do what here. Of course, the students who have paid, for the students who have paid. So that once I say on Monday, we'll be looking at pivot tables, I expect somebody to have gone through the pivot tables. Very important. Now come here before I leave this Excel thing. Assuming, ladies and gentlemen, you have this kind of data here. We have somebody called Akaman who is earning this. And then we have the tax rate has been given there. So somebody just wants you to compute tax payable. Tax payable. So I know what most students will do. What most students will do, they'll come and tell you, hey, tax payable equals. They pick the gross pay, which is very good. They say times, we have in this case here the tax rate like that. And then they'll be able to say control enter nicely. And then what they'll tell you is to come and put this as an angry rabbit. You know, this out of field section here. When you put this plus there, it becomes an angry, dark, ugly, black rabbit. Yeah. So this one you can use it to scroll down, or you simply double, because it's angry, you can easily double click. If you double click like that, you can see what is happening. I mean, I'm getting zeros. I'm not getting the first one. I got deduction nicely, but the others I'm getting zeros. Let me try to put this cursor here and say F2 to see what happened. When I say F2, Excel is very powerful. It's able to tell you that it multiplied two things. It multiplied this one here in blue, and it multiplied this cell which has got nothing, zero, to get this. That was not my objective. My objective was each of these salaries to be multiplied with the tax rate. So it means I have to go back and then I start afresh. Look at what I will do. I will come here and say equals, I pick the gross pay, and then I say times this tax rate. Since this tax rate will not be changing, the tax rate will be ever constant. I need to lock this up. I normally lock this up using the dollars. I need to lock this up permanently. Who can talk to me tonight? How do we normally lock up? How do we normally lock up cells permanently? How do you normally squeeze in a cell and lock everything that is there permanently? Is there somebody who knows over how do we do the lockup? How do we do the lockup? How do we do the lockup? Thank you so much. They are telling me use F4. Those must be my students that I've taught Excel. Those must be my students, all of them. So then once I do that, I'll be able to say control enter like that. And then I can come and apply the angry rabbits, angry and hungry at the same time. So double click. Now everything comes out very well. If I pick any number and then I showcase the formula by pressing F2, I showcase the formula by pressing F2, you'll be able to see this cell. They have taken, you can see B12 is blue. B12 times the one that is in red. The one that is in red is here. So you can see all these ones here, E2, E2, this cell E2 now is permanently fixated. Great. This makes me very happy. This makes me very, very, very happy. This makes me very, very happy. This makes me very, very happy. Actually, I know most of you, of course, being your principal at college, you shall be calling me very soon for some weddings. But nowadays, I've never encountered weddings between my students. Thanks to Zoom online classes, they don't get to meet. Those days when you used to have physical classes, they used to marry quite a lot. And if that was to happen, then I would have straight away asked for proof that the couple coming on board, both of these parties are good in Excel. Otherwise, I don't attend their wedding, because Excel is powerful. Excel is powerful. Excel is very powerful. Excel is very powerful. Anybody who does not understand Excel, like an accountant, trust you, you don't have a future in this industry. It is that important. Excel is that important. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me continue here. Let me continue. There is something I would also want to draw your attention to. Something very important, something very important, something very important. Now, when you come down here, somebody may want you to give them the total gross pay. So this total gross pay, how do I get the total gross pay? I'm so sure most of you will start saying equals and then you look for some. No, there's a shortcut which I showed you yesterday. So it's alt equals. When I say alt equals, I should be able to get this entire thing coming up. So then I should be able to say here, tab. So when I say tab, you can see tab, this thing automatically has been able to do what you to even add, right? And I'm sorted out. I'm sorted out big time. It's called Excel. Excel is a wonderful tool. Excel is a wonderful tool. So I'll be able to repeat this thing from now our tomorrow's OTR session, which will start at exactly 8 p.m. And I want to believe that you guys will be able to join this Excel and bring me your friends. Bring me your friends. Currently, as we speak, this class has got 150 students. Currently, as we speak, this class has got 150 students. Let me check. It's good to be very, very sure. So we have Excel. Can I see the group really? I can't see it. Excel May. Yes. It's 140 something, isn't it? It's 140 something. That's quite a small number. Given the efforts that I normally put in, no. Given the efforts I normally put in, then there must be two groups. Given the efforts I normally put in this kind of training, I expect, ladies and gentlemen, what Mwalimu is saying is true. I taught my wife Excel. Nowadays, we are very peaceful because you are accounting for everything in Excel. What is the name of this gentleman? Joseph, yes. Excel is very powerful, yes. Everything. You track down your expenses at home. You track down your salaries like that using Excel. You will go places. So it's a very important board after this meeting, and I want to join the class. This is great, yes. You cannot go wrong. So as an accountant, I must ensure that I'm so good in Excel. I must ensure that I'm so good in QuickBooks. We also have another product. These short courses, you guys would have taken a lot of concern, a lot of interest in them. Why? Because you don't know whether you'll be able to get those courses in future at that price of 1,500. Like somebody who is giving you a whole course on practical taxation and iTax, filing those tax obligations on iTax, that's a person who is really helping you. Because of the practical taxation, Mr. Felix Oyuer, who works for KRA, who fortunately teaches our advanced taxation, will be able to take you through like how do you compute corporation taxes practically. Wachani mambo tunapelekanga mengi sijui ati wear and tear. The practical aspects, how do we compute this corporation tax? How do we avoid paying huge taxes legally? Remember, avoidance is legal through tax planning, etc., right? And then, of course, once you have gotten this VAT, you've gotten in this case here the corporation tax, you've gotten in this case here whatever type of obligations, then how do you file the same in iTax, right? iTax is starting as well. Is it tomorrow? iTax, I think, is Monday. iTax is Monday. You can't go wrong. Those are kind of skills if you happen to know them. And then, of course, you also take advantage of what here, these other softwares like QuickBooks. SAP, unfortunately, we don't have SAP training at RCM Online College. If you want SAP training, I would refer you to Strathmore. I would refer you to Strathmore for SAP Finance and Costing module, FICO. I would refer you to Strathmore. They'll charge you about 100,000, but it is worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. You guys should be very happy that we have a great college like RCM Online College, which is able to charge you modest fees. I can't talk of very low, but 1,500 is quite modest. So Nan is asking for the time. Yes, iTax and Advanced Excel at once, 3,000. 3,000. It's 1,500 per package times 2, 3,000. Time for iTax. Nan, is it possible I share with you? Is it possible I share with you the timetable? Immediately after this, please call me or WhatsApp me. I'll be able to share the timetable with you. 0719525000, or my personal number. I don't mind really giving out my personal number, 0721 620 183. 183 is my personal number. Now, somebody was asking before we hung up, somebody was asking about how do we really negotiate for salaries as accountants. Number one, you must know the type of company you're going to work for. Number two, you must have standards. Like myself, there is no way I will go to a new employer if this new employer will not be willing to give me like double salary of what I'm earning today. And as I keep on telling you, like where I work, I like the culture there. It's Swedish culture, very nice, friendly. I need office politics. So for you to remove me from there, I come to work for you, then automatically, ladies and gentlemen, you must be willing to, have some standards as well, you as an employee. As you move between companies, you must say, because of the risk which I'm taking, I do not know what will happen in this company. If I'm getting 300 here today, then I can only move if you give me 600,000 plus. And of course, for you to be able to negotiate serious salaries, you need to really showcase your skills. You should be able to give this employer great reasons why they should be able to hire you at a higher salary, right? And of course, most importantly, I will not tire from telling you this. Good negotiators of some of these things like great salaries, these are what here good orators. You can't negotiate salaries very well if your oratory skills, public speaking skills are not so good. So please always ensure that you are honing your public speaking skills every other day. Public speaking and writing skills. Very, very important. How much do government organizations pay accountants? It's quite really different from organization to organization. Right now, we have government employees in some sectors being paid very well, even than accountants in the private sector. I have my friends in government parastatals getting up to 400,000. I also have some friends in government parastatals getting as low as 40, 50,000. So it really depends on the government agency employing you, and of course also your negotiation skills, etc, etc, etc. You guys have great questions indeed. Environment and the flexibility. Yes. Like me today, if you tell me that you would want me to work in your at your place here from 8 to 5 p.m., I'll tell you no. I'm used to what we call flexi. Flexi is where I can decide even to work from home at times. I can come in at say 11, I leave work at 7 p.m. That is so important to me. And of course, toxicity at the workplace. There are workplaces which are very toxic. Even if you were to pay me 2 million Kenya shillings or whichever amount, I will not take. So there are so many things you really have to look at, although that can be a discussion for another day. For now, it's all about honing our skills so that people will be able to appreciate us outside there. CASNEB salary ranges? No. CASNEB has really purely left that one to market forces. It is supplier versus the person who is demanding. And if the salary ranges were to be set, it can't be CASNEB. CASNEB basically takes you from when you enter, when you leave. Once you leave, you are no longer a student, so they take you to ISPAC. So it should be ISPAC, but ISPAC is not doing like what Kenya's the law Society of Kenya is doing. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there are no more questions, would you kindly allow Mwalimu today to? Foreign employer once asked me what is the average accountant's pay in Kenya, how would I answer? If it's a foreign employer, quote something to do with the 250 to 350,000. 250 to 350,000. Yeah, on average. Of course, there are accountants who are getting huge monies. Blockchain is a big thing. When do we expect April exams? By 21st. By 21st, 3 weeks from today, all of us will be having our results. All of us will be having our results. grant management is a serious course. Serious course. If you are able to know how to seek for funds for non-government organizations, that can make you go places. You know, so many people write grant proposals which are not winning. If you know how to use those conjunctions very well to convince donors to place in grants for a company, then you will be able to go places. I don't have that course as of now yet at RCM Online College. Again, I would recommend Strathmore University. They have very good course on grants management. ITAX, you are paying ITAX for ITAX separately 1,500, and Advanced Excel, how much? 1,500. So if you're paying for two, Advanced Excel and ITAX, you pay 3,000. You pay 3,000. So accountants who are working for NGOs, it will be very important for you to hone your grant writing skills. Even if you're an accountant, just know how to ask for grants, how to write grant proposals. That can take you places. If I'm an accountant, ladies and gentlemen, working for an NGO, NGOs, basically they deal with projects. I would do a course called the PMP. PMP is a great project management tool, right? If I don't, PMP is the Individual Juicer. I can also decide to do Prince 2, but Prince 2 is not very nice. PMP is the thing. Renault, just Google there, PMP for project management. It's a great course, 6 months course, which will take you places, that you've never seen before. I don't understand the Kingi why you paid 3,500. Remember, it should be 1,500 times 2. If you're doing 2 courses, it should be 3,000. So that means that we owe you 500, which you need to ask for a reimbursement. Great. CASNEB online exams, is it possible for people pursuing interest in CPA while outside of Kenya? Yes, Mohammed, if you're outside Kenya, for example, assuming you are in Britain, Somalia, whichever, Kenya has, or rather CASNEB has made arrangements with foreign embassies, right? You simply go to Kenyan embassy in the UK. You'll be able to write an exam from there. You book right away with CASNEB and tell CASNEB, the country you are found in, these guys will arrange exams for you outside there. Great, you guys have got great questions, really. Yes, not even one. Nowadays, this is the way to go. I know of an organization, when your proposal goes through, you'll be earning from it, from it until the period is what year over. This is the way nowadays things work in NGOs. You write a good proposal for a project, and then automatically you become like a project accountant or a project manager or a grant accountant for that particular project until it is over. I've known. These people who paid 3,500, these are non-RCM students. If you are a non-RCM student, you've not studied with us, you're not getting this big discounted price of 1,500. If you are a non-RCM student, unfortunately, like Jacinta Kamau, who is an able accountant like Mwalimu here, great, you guys are paying 3,500 per package, 3,500 per package. This 1,500 is for those students of RCM who have been giving us business for long, without whom we will not be standing today. Now, Kingi and Jacinta, please don't come asking for anything. That it is how it is, right? It's 3,500 for anybody coming from outside. If you're coming from outside, it's 3,500. It cannot be reduced. It cannot be discounted at all. Great. Otherwise, thank you very much. I can see you guys. It's good being an RCM student. Yes, I can see you guys. The number is very nice, but I needed to relax a little bit now. So I would want to take this opportunity to wish you well tonight. And of course, see you tomorrow during our very first class of Advanced Excel. Please sell our message outside there. CSV and Excel, very nice, yes. King, I'll be able to show you this. I can see you have a lot of interest in Excel. I'll be able to show you this. Thank you. Bye-bye.